Thank you for coming all this way to Duxford. I came in very early actually, and it was impressive seeing all the planes, which could be very useful for all our court cases. But there we go. It's been a remarkable kind of period for us these last 18 months. It's obviously been a huge baptism of fire. Little did we know, me, Comrade and NASA, when we go into Formula One, that it would be so exciting, but also have so many issues around it. But a lot has been achieved, and I think, firstly, I want to applaud all the people at Team Lotus. In the 2 years, we've been able to build a factory in Hingham. We've got all the tools ready to take our car further. We were able to put a car in Bahrain, the T127. We were able to deliver what we said we would do, come 10th in the championship, and build a new car this year, the T128, which you'll see straight line testing soon. It's been a big step forward for us. Firstly, I want to thank our new partners in the team, Renault, who are here, who've provided us a great engine, and Red Bull. And I think Shanghai was our best ever race since we've started 18 months ago. And I want to particularly pay thanks to the two drivers who've had to endure lots of pain in the beginning, things not working, things not going fast, but they've stuck with us, and slowly but surely Mike and his team have delivered a fantastic car. So please give a round of applause to Jana and Heikki, who have really been ultimate team players. We've also along the way said we're going to develop lots of new drivers and young drivers, and Alex Young and Nino Judge have produced a fantastic line of talent that's going to come through over the next number of years. And we've got 3 of our reserve drivers here today who've also done a fantastic job. Firstly, if I can say, we have a junior baby team in Team AirAsia, the GP2 team, and last week in Barcelona they actually came top in the testing times. So again, a brand new team, and so please give a round of applause to Louisa and David, David, who have done a superb job in their GP2 team, and we look forward to them performing in Turkey in a few weeks' time. And of course, my fellow Asian, who had a tough first race in Melbourne, but Karan Chandok, who was ever present and ever popular with everyone else. This is, when we started this whole Formula One journey, we always wanted to manufacture cars. And we always thought Formula One produced a fantastic platform to do that. Unfortunately, the gods conspired against us, and obviously we wanted to work with Team Lotus, but that hasn't happened. But it's funny how life has a way of kind of sorting itself out, and things end up even better than what you first imagined. And suddenly, Shelley, Mike's PA, rings me up one day after I had been trawling around the websites looking for car companies that may want to work with us. And I saw Caterham, and I started reading about them. And a week later, Shelley calls me up and says, there's a guy called Ansar Ali who wants to meet you, who's the CEO of Caterham. And I said, fantastic. We met in my house in London, and it was his first shop, I think. I opened the door in my pajamas, and he was all dressed up nice with all this Caterham stuff. And I probably thought, oh no. Well, what's this guy going to do to me? He sat down. He doesn't know yet. It's all to come. But we sat down and we had a chat, and it was amazing, kind of the vision that we both talked about seemed to correlate so nicely. And I then met the shareholders of Caterham, and I would like to also acknowledge them and give them thanks for running such a professional deal. Tim Ingram Hill and Corvin, wherever you are, thank you so much for allowing this to happen and believing and allowing Caterham to have a different future with us. And a month later, oh yeah, please give a round of applause. Thank you. And about 6 weeks later, we completed the deal, which actually happened about 3 weeks ago, I think. Yesterday was a big day for me. I went to Dartford. I had a go on a Caterham. It scared the hell out of me. I was driven by Simon, the head of motorsports, and driving around Dartford in a Caterham R500 at hundreds of miles per hour is not good for your heart. But it was a fantastic experience, and then I had a chance to drive myself, and I think that would be great. Caterham has a unique place at the heart of the motoring world, and we're thrilled that we're able to bring it together. You know, the parallels between my initial life at AirAsia, when we set up a new brand and a new business, and what we have with Caterham is uncanny. When I took over AirAsia, we had 200 staff, and we have about 200 staff in Caterham. And the parallels of building something that can be reaching a much larger market is something we're all very excited about, both at Caterham and obviously at Team Lotus Enterprises. The spirit and passion and the innovative philosophy at Caterham is unique, and I think the amount of engineering excellence that they have is phenomenal, and we'll be able to bring that together. Team Lotus, in its short period, has made Formula One much more accessible. I think Sylvie and Anna and Tom have really made the team accessible through Twitter, through Facebook, through Team Lotus Notes. And this is another stage of making Formula One and racing more accessible. I think Caterham and the plans that Ansa and his team have will make racing much more accessible to a much larger audience. And I think the marriage between Team Lotus and Caterham is phenomenal in that aspect. In terms of Caterham, they'll be able to reach a much larger audience utilizing the Formula One platform. And it's fantastic that we have a car company that has tremendous Lotus heritage, and so we'll be able to marry the two together. So it is a fantastic partnership, and a partnership that I never ever thought about. So it's amazing how life has a way of bringing everything together. I went to Dartford yesterday, and I have to say I was so excited by the people I met there. The passion, the energy, the talent that's in that little factory in Dartford was phenomenal. And I think, Ansa, you should be proud of what you've achieved over this last number of years. When you buy a company, you know, you're always excited. But when you meet the people who are behind that company, then you become really, really excited. And I think what we're able to do at Team Lotus is now unlock that enormous amount of talent and potential and let them all out of their cages, as Mark, the chief engineer, would say, to go out and do some amazing things. And I was really blown away by your staff at Caterham, and you should be very, very proud of that. What are we going to do together? I mentioned about making Formula One accessible through Caterham, and there'll be lots of different types of racing we'll be doing to allow our fans and Caterham fans to have that experience. We'll be obviously using the technology that Mike and his team have got to put into the Caterham cars. We will have some new models, but I don't want to spend too long talking about that. I mean, you know, let the action speak more than the words, but we do have lots of great ideas, and let's see whether we can implement them in the right time and platform. And to Caterham, obviously, we obviously bring a huge marketing and branding platform for them to reach a whole new audience. So lots and lots of things to look forward to. The philosophy of Caterham is exactly what we want: lightweight, less is more, and affordability. We want to make sure that the masses, you know, many of the cars in Formula One are really out of the reach of most punters. And so, but we'll be able to bring Formula One technology into the Caterham package, and hopefully more and more people who watch Formula One will be able to share in that technology and be able to have sports cars that are affordable. So that is one of our big dreams and messages. That's it, really. How is the name going to be involved in Formula One, models, all that thing? Watch this space, and we'll keep you posted on that. But I'm really excited. It's an amazing journey we've had over the last 18 months. I want to pay tribute to everyone at Team Lotus who have put a fantastic team together. We're really looking forward to Turkey, and let's see where we go. I want to thank our drivers who have worked so damn hard in these last 18 months. I want to welcome Ansa to our family. He's practicing laughing a bit more. He's a very stiff kind of guy. They don't have much, he hasn't spent much time laughing, so we bought him a mirror to practice smiling and enjoying life a bit more. I want to welcome everyone at Caterham. I've got to say, you guys are a phenomenal bunch of people in the short period that I've met you, and hopefully one day I can do a donut. I don't think that will happen, but one can always dream. And I am a purveyor of dreams. This is a fantastic day for me. You know, life is about dreams. Many, many years ago, sitting there at Brands Hatch, watching Team Lotus, watching the Williams cars, now sitting here and being able to watch Mike, Heikki and Jarno produce a fantastic team that we're involved in, and now owning a car company that has fantastic pedigree, fantastic history, fantastic engineering. Putting those two together, it is a perfect marriage. And I hope all of you see that and will enjoy the many years to come of the relationship between Caterham and Team Lotus, and enjoy the many racing opportunities you'll get and the driving opportunities with a great car, and hopefully see Team Lotus keep rising up slowly but surely through the ranks. Thank you very much. We've put together a little video which will really kind of epitomizes what this marriage is all about, and how the DNA and the synergy makes so much sense. Enjoy the video, and I'll come on for 1 second to introduce Ansa. But thank you very much for coming all this way to see what is a very, very special day for you.